Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Lisa. This is your introduction to 16375-501 Environmental Science Analysis. And I will be your instructor. I've been teaching this class now for 4 years now. I guess this is my fourth year. This class is completely online. There is no synchronous content. There's never a need for you to show up in person at campus, and there will be no synchronous Zoom or anything. Totally asynchronous. But I am still a real human being. You can touch me, and you can also talk to me. So I will have office hours, probably Monday, Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m. And that's going to be my standing office hours. And I recognize that a lot of the people who take this class work full time, so that's fine. If you need to meet with me outside of those hours, either early in the morning or after 5 or whatever, just let me know and I'll make an appointment with you. I'm happy to do that. That's not a problem. Again, I recognize that a lot of you work for a living. So no problems at all. Best way to contact me is via email at lisa.rodenberg@rutgers.edu. The link for that is on the Canvas site, so no problems there. But if you leave a message on Canvas, a lot of times I won't see it right away because I don't always get those messages, but email me directly and that's the best way to reach me. So this is a truly graduate level class. For many of you, it'll be the first graduate class you've taken. And that means it's quite different from an undergraduate class. There are no exams. Yay, no exams. The grades are based on your homework and your final project. The final project involves analyzing your own data. So that could be data that you generated yourself through your research, or it could be data that you harvested from the internet. And we're going to spend the first week or two talking about how you do harvest data, how to find data from different databases, where to get it, how to harvest it, how to get it into a format you can use it. So regardless of how you get your data, your final project will be analyzing data. And I want to see you use the tools that you've learned in this class to analyze your data. That's what the final project is all about. So the way this is going to work is that the homework is every week for the first 12 weeks. And it will be due Tuesday morning by 9 a.m. So most of you, I think, will probably turn it in Monday night before you go to bed, but I recognize that some of you stay up until like 3 in the morning. But I will get up around Tuesday morning and log into my computer around 9 a.m. and I'm going to look to see that you've turned in your homework at that point. And that's why I'm having office hours Monday afternoon, so that you can get the help you need, so that you can do the homework and turn it in late Monday into Tuesday morning. If you get stuck on the homework and it's 10 p.m., I am not going to answer your emails at 10 p.m. So what you should do is just turn in whatever you've got. Turn in whatever you've got by the deadline. And as long as you turn in something by the deadline, I will let you revise it until you get it right. The point of having a due date for the homework and having homework every week is to force you to keep up with the pace of the course. And I know, because I took an online class once, and the hardest part for me was getting motivated to do it. And I left it all until the very end. And then I was like, oh crap, I have to do this. So that's why I have homework due every week. And if it's late, I'm going to charge you 10 points per week that it is late, so that you will, get your act together and get the homework in on time. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I need to see that you've given it the old college try, right? Otherwise, I'm afraid that you're just going to fall further and further behind. So most of the time, the homework is going to be you doing some of these tools, practicing some of these tools. And so, for example, when we start doing some R coding, I'm going to run your R code. And if your code runs, I'm going to give you 100 on the homework. So most of the time, you're going to get 100% on the homework. So your course grade is really going to be determined by your final project grade. So you have to do the homework. And if you do the homework and you turn it in, close to on time, you're going to get 100% on everything. So the homework is worth 50% of your grade, and then the final project is worth 50%. So you can do the math. That means that you have to turn in some final project that isn't a total piece of crap in order to get a B or better in the class, which is what you need as graduate students. You're only allowed to count 2 C grades toward graduation. So you really want to aim for a B. So you have to turn in your final project, and it has to be, not a total piece of crap. And then you'll probably be fine. So that's the way the grading works. Each week, is a module in the Canvas site. And the way this is going to work is that each week I'll introduce a tool. There'll be some background videos to watch, usually videos. Sometimes there's a little bit of reading, but usually it's videos. That's step one. Step two is I give you example data and example code or email or Excel spreadsheets or whatever, and you practice using that tool on a data set that I know is going to work. And then the third step, and the thing you actually turn in as your homework, is for you to apply that tool to your data. So that's the way it's going to work each week. I've tried to design this class so that you don't need to purchase anything. There's no textbook, nothing that you need to buy. All of the software you need, all but one program, is available on the Rutgers virtual PCs. So if you have a Mac or if you have like a Chromebook or something, you may want or need to use the virtual PCs for some of the assignments. But most of everything, if you have a PC or if on a Mac, you can do most of the homework. But there's just a couple things. Mac does not have a good version of Microsoft Access. So that's one thing. The other thing is the PMF software, which we'll get to toward the end of the class. That is only available in a PC version because it's a software that was developed by the EPA, and EPA only deals with PC. So there's just a couple things that might be hiccups, but it should be fine. And if you have trouble with your particular computer, you can always log on to the Rutgers virtual PCs, and the instructions for how to do that are in module number 1 on Canvas. So shouldn't need to buy anything. I hope this will go smoothly. Every year I have a couple of students in the class who basically already know how to code. They might not know R, but they know Python or something else. And I get it, you still want to take the class. I hope you get something out of it. But I recognize that there are some people for whom this is going to be kind of rudimentary. What I ask of you, if you're one of those people, is that you make yourself available to help the other students. So that if they get stuck with coding, that they'll have you as a resource as well as me. I know from 20 plus years of experience that students often have a hard time reaching out to their professor. I don't know why. I'm really not a scary person. Lovely. I think I'm lovely. So you shouldn't be afraid to reach out to me, but I get it that some people are. So this class is designed to be very collaborative. I mean, you really can't cheat in this class because you're going to be doing the work on your own unique set of data, right? So there's really no way you can cheat. So it's designed to be collaborative. And certainly when it comes to things like coding, no one sits down and writes code from the beginning to the end like it was a research paper. No, that's not how coding works. How coding works is basically nothing but plagiarism. You steal chunks of code from different places and adapt them to your purpose. So collaboration is absolutely fine. I encourage you to collaborate. I will set up some discussions, on the Canvas site. In the past, my students have set up like a GroupMe or a Discord or something. I'm fine with that. Go ahead and do that. You can help each other and collaborate that way. The homework is going to be turned in onto a Google Drive, and you'll be able to see each other's homework. And you'll also be able to see the homework that was submitted by the last 2 years of the class. So if you get stuck, that's a really good way to help yourself figure out how to do the homework, is to go look at somebody who did it last year or even this year. So very, very collaborative class, and nothing wrong with that. And I encourage you to do that. So finally, I recognize that even though the COVID pandemic is over, it's not really over. I mean, I know people who are sick right now. Right now with COVID, I'm in the process of selling my house and buying a house and moving, which is really fun. And my lawyer's wife is in the hospital with COVID right now. So I recognize that there's still a lot going on. So I am totally flexible and understanding. If there are reasons why you need an extension on a deadline or whatever, that's absolutely fine. Just let me know what's going on. I just need you to communicate with me. What I don't want is for you to get to the end of the semester and then I haven't heard from you all semester. And in the last week of the semester, you're emailing me saying, I'm behind and I need help catching up. That's not okay. All right. So if you're going to fall behind, if you're having problems, you need to tell me sooner rather than later, and I will be very accommodating and help you work it out. So I think that's everything. I'm looking forward to, I really like teaching this class. I'm having a blast, and I hope you'll enjoy it too. I hope that you're not too intimidated. It's going to be fun. Everything's going to be fun. You will be just fine. You're going to learn just a little bit of programming, just enough to be dangerous. And from that, you can launch. I mean, program is really a lot of self-taught stuff. I didn't know how to program at all as of the summer of 2020. And in the middle of COVID summer, I was like, well, I got to do something. I'm going to teach myself how to program in R. And I'm getting to be okay at it now. I'm certainly no expert, but I'm not bad. So it is possible. A lot of this coding stuff is self-taught, but I'm here to give you sort of a launching pad to help you get the basics so that you can then figure a lot of it out for yourself. So I look forward to working with you this semester. Let me know if you have any questions or need anything at all. Bye.